What's wrong? Hang on, we got to check the mic in here. Check. Okay, all right, now we're back. Welcome, hockey fans, to a very special night for our Ames hockey family. Tonight is the 12th annual Quinn's Quest benefit, where the Ames Hockey Cyclones team play in support of programs that help children affected by childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. This year's game against the visiting Quad Cities Blues is played in memory of Quinn Boylston and in honor of the AMHA Miracle Kids, Drew Smith, a 2016 alum, Timothy Weber, a 2019 alum, Matthew Hare, a 2022 alum, and Joey Hare, who was a current player on the high school team. These AMHA Miracle Kids and their families have all received treatments at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital and other Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Quinn was a 17-year-old brother of Little Cyclones Orrin, a 2013 alum, and Peyton, a 2015 alum, Boylston. Following his first mite season in March of 2011, Quinn was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. His battle against cancer was deemed Quinn's Quest and was supported by countless teammates, friends, and family members. Following a courageous 5-month battle, unfortunately, Quinn lost his fight in September of 2011. The 2011-12 season was played in memory of Quinn, and the Little Cyclones home opener was the site of the first annual Quinn's Quest game. At that game, Quinn's number 20 jersey was retired and hangs in the rafters of the arena. Quinn's jersey continues to be on the bench for the high school team. The colors in the design of Quinn's Quest jerseys represent gray for brain cancer and gold for childhood cancer. Quinn would have been a 2022 alum of the Cyclones team. Thank you for joining us, and tonight we can make a difference in the lives of children affected by childhood cancer and other life-threatening illnesses. In the past 11 years, your generous donations to Quinn's Quest have raised over $20,000. Funds from this year's benefit will be contributed to the Iowa State University Dance Marathon and the Ames High School Dance Marathon. These charities provide financial and emotional support for children and their families battling life-threatening illnesses who are receiving treatment at the University of Iowa Stead Families Children's Hospital. A special thank you to the committee members from those organizations for joining us tonight. If you are so inclined, you can donate to Quinn's Quest through the AMHA Venmo account @Ames-Hockey. Please designate Quinn's Quest in the What's It For spot. We hope that you will join the cause and never forget the battle that Quinn, the AMHA Miracle Kids, and others like them have fought and continue to fight. We thank you for your support, and with your help, we can score the winning shootout goal against cancer.
Thanks to Ken Pink for that great introduction. Should have left him with the headset for introduction of our players there, Rod.
Well, this night always gets to me. I had Quinn on the ice when I helped him coach Mites. Good tradition to continue.
Great tradition. Quinn also, he would have graduated last year, so really emotional night for his parents last year. Is kind of would have been his year. It was great. They joined us here. They joined us at the awards banquet. And so everybody knows. Little squelch in the arena. And if everybody joins us in the first intermission, we're going to spend some time at the Boylstons and have a little talk with them. It's always great to hear from them, what this game means to them.
Board member Ken Pink's kind of struggled on the announcing tonight, isn't he?
Yeah. It has been hectic in here.
I'm sorry. The original starting lineup I gave you was correct. Dave switched it and switched it again. So
We're not going to mess around with putting it up on the screen.
No.
It is a little different, though.
So-
Check this out. So our forwards, Tristan Shifley's been in there. He's going to be replaced by Griff Linder. Griff.
I do it all the time, too.
Too many G's, too many Linders. Graf Linder will be joining that line. Jaden Kiner and Wyatt Pink will be joining that forward line. Reed Jones will also be there on defense. Defense, they have Giles and Cooper will be starting that defensive line. We're going to pause for our national anthem. All right, let's go Ames hockey.
So last Sunday after the I-35 Cup debacle where we lost, 6-0, 6-1, Coach Dave had an all-coaching staff meeting last Sunday where they broke down a lot of notes, and decided they were going to change up the lineups to jumpstart this again. So they moved Tristan Shifley down to center on the second line, Graf Linder up to center on the first line, move Reed to permanent defense with Oliver Giles and Jaden Kiner to permanent right wing on the first line. And then moved Wyatt Pink to left wing from center. And then everything else was the same.
So then Baker Wilson on the second line?
Yep, with Tristan at center. Tristan, I guess, played center both years of Bantams.
Okay.
Coach Rick says he's just a natural fit there. So even though he's a freshman, Coach Dave said, let's throw him out there.
That should be good. He's got a good nose for the puck, good position out there. So I'm excited to see how he does tonight in that role. You know, he's been playing a lot of hockey in these first couple games. Everybody who's played center in the time that I've been around the high school team really started playing on the wings on varsity. So it's not unheard of, for guys to start there. Even Kiner, his freshman year played all on the wings. So here we'll see now him back on the wing. Linder's been a great playmaker this season. He's, what was the game when he tied that up at the end and he got the goal in overtime? Capitals game. So yeah, this should be great. Puck drops in neutral ice. Back and forth between Ames and Quad Cities. Quad Cities not able to get it out of their zone. Kiner gets that in neutral ice, puts it deep in the zone. Behind the net, a little back and forth with the puck.
Mo!
There's a great start.
On that.
Jones at the point, sends it back down deep. Linder sends it around behind the net. Is that Pink wearing? Who's wearing number 8?
That's Pink, yeah.
Okay. Got to remember all these new numbers now.
Well, yeah, we have 6 players that can't wear their standard number because of the
Quinn's Quest jersey.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. So line changes. In comes that new second line. So Baker enters. Is that Shifley on the line there?
Yes.
Baker sends it up to Shifley. Shifley back up to Baker. Baker, a little spin move, gets it down deep, moves behind the net. Tries to get it up in front to Wilson. In neutral ice, Hargrove sends it back into the zone. So completing that line, we still have Van Devender and Hargrove on defense. That forward line now is Shifley at center, joined by Wilson and Baker on the wings. Quad City sends that one out of the zone. Icing's waved off. Picked up behind the net by Hargrove. Baker chips one out, clearing pass. Quad Cities intercepts that.
So far, I'm
Linder sends
liking
it in
these
deep.
first 2 minutes. I'm liking our compete level. Spent a lot of time in their zone.
We have. So in that first 2 minutes, we've spent 80% of our time down in their zone, and the only time it got out was a chip off of one of our sticks.
Yeah.
So icing was waved off. It gave us a chance for us to not only regain the puck, but get a line change. We're back to that first line. So yeah, this is what I would hope. You know, the things that you said. Oh, icing waved off again. I didn't see him touch that one.
Oh, come on, boys, talk. So Quad Cities, for you viewers out there, they're a really good team. Over the Thanksgiving break, I kind of broke down all the schedules of all the teams and did win-loss predictions. And we're going to battle with Quad Cities for a playoff spot for sure. Their cross opponent they play 4 times this year is Mason City. So far, they've split with them 1-1. So that's the kind of talent we have out there. And we're 2-1 against Mason City. So it should be a good, fun weekend of hockey. But yeah, we're going to battle with them right to the very last week of who makes the playoffs and what seeding we get. So these are important games for both teams.
So a little back and forth here. Neither team really able to get control. You know, we get it in their zone, and they've been knocking it away, pushing it back out of the zone. We'll see if we can settle this down. Baker gets this one. He works his way in there. He's got support. Gets tripped down. Baker down. With that, there's going to be a trip and a power play opportunity for Ames.
Well, that's what I call an aggressive penalty. They got that penalty because Aiden Baker's being aggressive.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't commit that penalty, who knows what Aiden could have done, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. So he came down, went into the zone aggressive, went down in the corner, he went to make that turn to go inside, and that's when that player, he didn't have anything he could do. He just put his stick in front of him.
Good job out Aiden on that.
Yep, that's the kind of stuff. I mean, you got to hustle all the time. You got to force them. You got to make them rush.
Oh, nice stick work, Giles.
So Ames in the zone.
I like it when he plays with confidence. I think him and Reed would be a good deep pairing out there.
So goalie grabs that one, ices the puck.
So their goalie, Riley Sturrett, Reed played with him 1 year. First year at Bantams with the Iowa Wild. Boy, he's cat-like quickness, man. That kid, his lateral movement is crazy fast.
So puck goes across in front of the net. Quad Cities chips that one wide. Keinert comes away with this one, starting to work his way down. Just lost control on the stick, forced him to make a move he didn't want to, but gets in front of the net. He puts one on goal. Puck's loose in front of the net. Comes out there up to the point. Giles sends one back in low. Linder gets it, picks it up. He gets angled off the puck. Up against the board, Giles comes down, helps with that, gets control again. Keinert gets this one and off the stick of the goalie and out of play.
Couple of shout-outs. Huck's grandpa is watching. Thanks, Richard Nolan. He's watching from up in northern Minnesota. Or maybe he's down in Florida this time of year. I'm not sure, but thanks.
He says Florida this time.
Okay, yeah. You're down in Fort Myers area. Huck's got some sweet pads on tonight. Proud of your grandson for doing the tape work on that with the cancer ribbon. So,
yeah, for those of you who can't see at home, so obviously you can see the jerseys. Those are the QuinnQuest colors. If you heard in the introduction that those colors represent, there's an offside call. Those colors represent the childhood cancer and the brain cancer, the things that impacted Quinn Boylston. And so what you probably can't see, or maybe not as well, the players have taped their sticks with yellow tape. They have, where they normally have an orange stripe on their helmet, they have a yellow stripe. So we're really embracing those colors.
And their socks, the orange is covered with yellow tape as well.
Yeah.
And that's all player initiative. They all decided that's what they're doing. They went out and bought the tape. Actually, I bought the tape, but they told me to buy the tape.
Yeah.
So good job out of them. And yellow tape's not the easiest thing to find, Scroggins, I figured out. I bought all they had at Slapshot and all they had at Pure Hockey Online.
Yeah.
Which wasn't much.
How much tape does it take for all these players?
I ended up with 20 rolls, which is more than enough, but I was just shocked I had to split it up from place to place.
So Quad City sends this one to the far end. One more chance for Ames to regroup. A couple players rotate in and out of the bench. Wilson picks it up behind the net. Clearing pass. Looking for Shifley. Oh, breaks away.
Good boy, Hawk.
Quad Cities in the slot. They were kind of squared up. We were trying to get out of the zone, mishandled. Quad Cities chipped it back over. Had a man waiting in the slot. Good on him for not letting a shorty go in. Those are just the death of a team. If you want to win, you can't let shorties go in. The first line comes back on the ice. Pink is going to take this face off. Quad City sends that one deep. We're going to wind up this power play. Nothing to show on the scoreboard. We had a couple moments of control and pressure down there. So we'll see if we can keep that going. Early in the game, everybody's got all that energy. I think that our advantage has been our fitness, and it comes through later in the game. So it doesn't surprise me in an early power play that we come out even on that one. You still saw we had the lion's share in their zone. We'll keep that up as the game continues. So I think we'll see this pay off. Something I don't see on our scoreboard is our shots on goal, unfortunately.
Suppose the scoreboard was fixed this week. But that's not the first time I've heard that.
We'll keep our eye on it. Yeah.
Not the first time Taylor's told me that, so hopefully she's right this time.
So good news here, Rod. We go in, and what our astute scoreboard manager here, Dave Flory, he's showing us 5 shots on goal for us and 2 shots for them. So we talk about all that time. We want to get 10 shots per period. That's kind of the average. If we're getting 10 shots per period, we should see 1 to 2 shots per goal out of that. We're already at 5 shots on goal, and we're 6 minutes into this period.
So we've got the third line out there right now, looks like. Flory, Colette, and DeMarkey. Is that DeMarkey? DeMarkey, right here, number 4.
Number 4 is DeMarkey, yeah.
Because Garnet scores the bubble, that's right.
Yep. So a couple new faces out there, so we'll see him. I think this is one of DeMarkey's. If it's not his first, it's one of his first times at dress.
It's his first, yep.
So good for him to get his first varsity time. Joined by Collett and Garnis. That's Garnis.
No, Flory. Flory's playing center.
Okay.
He's got the orange stripes on his pants.
Gotcha. So a lot of back and forth here. Seeing the physicalness of this game come through.
Well, there's a lot of high school kids again tonight, and they're right in front of that action. They're pounding on the glass. Like we said before, love to see those high school kids show up for their friends, right?
Yeah, no, it's great to kind of draw them in where, the last couple of years between COVID and everything else going on, we haven't seen the stands fill up. So we've seen the players' friends come in and watch these games. So now we come in, shot on goal. Who's 29? That was Shifley. I'm used to having their names, so now I feel like I'm starting
rebound! See how quick he moves from side to side there?
Yep. So Shifley, one of the things I really like about him, he's always in a good position down around that net when that puck's in play.
Yeah.
So I think that'll be a good thing. Quad Cities enters the zone, not very deep.
Nice stick work, 1-5.
Yeah. Wilson, just a little poke check with his stick. Knocked that puck off the Blues player. Blues at the blue line. Ames just about had it out of the zone, and they push it back in deep. They get in front of the net. They try and center one in there as the players going on. Baker working his way down the ice, trying to get control of that puck.
That's what I like to see out of Baker, whose grandparents are watching from Calgary. Thank you very much, by the way.
Yeah. Baker, we always had 2 of the 3 players that last year we liked that line. It was Collett, Baker, and who's Matthew Hare.
Yep.
That was our hustle line. And so Matthew graduated last year. This year we have Baker on that second line. Collett's on the third line. So those guys really have a chance to shine, I think. Keep
on
that
net,
hustle
low
going.
and on net.
Puck's loose.
Low and on net, low on net, low on net.
Here comes Giles.
Nice
Good
patience. Yes. Now get back there, 9. Get back there, 9. Got plenty of ice. Speed, wheels. Now make it. There you go. Boom. Go.
So if y'all saw what happened with Giles there in the zone, something that was really good for a young player. He was in there. There's 3 players in front of him, where normally the defense would just go and look for putting that hard shot in there. There's going to be a high stick. Normally a player might rush a shot. Giles heads up, saw that the players were collapsing in front of him on the puck, just pulled back, skated to the side, walked it to the outside before he took a shot. Now Quad City stepped up and they did a poke check and they pushed it to the far end, but that's a smart kind of play we want to see out of those guys. We don't want to see them rushing into things. We want to see quick decisions, good puck management, and we're going to see this pay off. We see those shots going up for Quad Cities.
So we got the third line D out there. We got Stansfield and is that Shifley with them?
So here's another first for Varsity. Joey Hare's on the ice with with Flory and Collett. So first Varsity minutes for Joey Hare.
He's got fans out there watching. Mackenzie Hare is watching. Thank you very much for tuning in. Matthew Hare is watching. Attaboy, Matty Ice. Hope you're
last nice thing I say about Matthew.
Don't want to get too cocky.
No. They'll teach him to graduate.
So it's nice to see those alum watch. We had John Anderson last year tuned in, and Griff Linder's been here to watch. So we love to see those alum still follow their old teammates. Once a teammate, always a teammate. That's what I like to say.
So puck goes out. Quad City sends that one deep. We'll see the icing's waved off. Hargrove picked that one up before he could get to the red line. Ames reverses ice. Kiefer Shifley trying to get that one out. Gets held up by Quad Cities at the blue line.
Let's skate with it. Wheels.
Flory
got
behind
ice, got
the
ice.
net. He comes out right side.
With his
pushes
speed,
up. Doesn't quite get it out of the zone.
With his speed, he's got to skate that out, not make that quick pass. He had plenty of ice. No one was on him.
So Quad Cities, they put a shot on goal. It gets knocked down by Huck and covered. Good chance for Ames to get fresh legs on the ice. Good shift by that crew. Some, fresh look with Hare joining Collett and Flory.
So Giles' grandma Conda's watching from Breckenridge, Colorado. I'm jealous, man. That's a beautiful country, isn't it, Breckenridge?
I love Breckenridge. We went there for spring break last year, or 2 years ago we went.
The whole Denver area is all 12 months a year is beautiful weather.
So puck bouncing back and forth between Quad Cities and Ames. Working their way out of the zone. We got an arm in the air. It's going to be an interference call. Looks like that one's going to be on Ames.
Last shout out, Andre Karagev is watching. Thank you very much.
So that's going to be Hargrove going in the box and penalty kill time for Ames. Shots on goal swinging the way towards, swinging on the upswing for Ames here. I had that backwards and I said 5-2 earlier, but now we're at the 7 where it's pretty close to where we want to be. Penalty kill squad, Tristan Shifley joined by Zach Wilson, Jaden Keinert, and Cooper Van Devender on defense. Quad Cities picks that one up. They go up to the point. He walks across. Drop pass to Conrad. Conrad puts one down on goal. 2 shots right there. Keinert picks that one up. He ices that, sends it to the far end. Wilson goes down to put some pressure, not give them a freebie with the puck. Some quick, good pressure by Ames at the red line. Giles steps up, puts that one in. So I think we started that with Van Devender out there, and now Giles is the other D-man. Wilson in front of the goal. Puck breaks loose. Great. This is the kind of stuff I love to see in a penalty kill, Rod. Look at this pressure that we're keeping down there. Shifley and Wilson both keeping the pressure, keeping the puck in that zone. When it's in their zone, they can't be putting pressure on our goal. So we got to keep that kind of speed and pressure going for us. Quad Cities high slot. They chip one up towards the goal. That one just kind of trickles past. It got knocked down by an Ames stick behind the net. Quad Cities going back and forth. They send it up to the point. Conrad has this one. He goes D to D in the high slot. They chip that one down. Pressure comes down in the corner from Giles. He loses an edge, but Shifley comes out with it. He's going to send that one to the far end. 45 seconds to go in this power play. Great beginning of this.
Come on, boys,
keeping
come on.
the pressure. It's going down in there, going down in the Quad Cities zone. We'll see if we can keep this up.
Nice stick
So
work.
Jones now
Nice stick work again.
steps in here. Linder on offense. Jones picks this one up. Sorry, that's Pink. He comes in the zone, does a little move, just kind of misfires as he got the puck. He put a move, turned around, and just got away from his stick. We're not able to get a quality shot like we normally see from that young man. Quad
Nice back
Cities
check,
enters the
2-1.
zone. We're going to wind down here with Jones has it on his stick. He's going to set it in the far end. We're going to get a final line change as Hargrove comes back on the bench. Off the bench comes Flory. Pressure in the zone. Flory pushes the puck down deep. Quad Cities goes cross ice. Pink working his way at the blue line, trying to get control and push it back in the zone. Up in the corner, Quad City's trying to get it, but Ames pushes it deep. Quad City's back.
Got that third line out there again. Coach Dave's really leaning on that third line, isn't he, here last half of this period?
Yeah, he's giving them some quality time out there. Sometimes, those last really competitive games, that third line didn't get a lot of chances. So seeing them out there for a second time in this first period, he's really showing the confidence and letting them rotate through more. Down in the corner next to those Zamboni doors, we got Flory tied up with DeMarkey trying to get control of that puck. Quad City's laying on it, not quite able to get it, still up against the boards. DeMarkey puts it out in front. That's Van Devender, put it over there, couldn't get a shot, but pushed it down deep. Ames keeping the pressure in the zone.
Coop and Flory out there working together. I really like to see that.
So rotating. Here's our first Josh Stansfield sighting for this game, joined by Kiefer Scheifele. Behind the net, Scheifele not able to get control. Quad City's Deckard getting a little pressure on him. Trying to get in front of the net, and Huck covers that one up. Scheifele sweeping the crease, not letting the Quad Cities hang out in there.
I don't know what you have for shots on goal, but I just looked at the official stats page, and it's 6-7. I thought we had more shots on goal than that, but
I thought we did too. So our semi-official stat man has 8-7 in favor of Ames.
Well, Kelly Kindert's down there doing a point streak, and she's a veteran, so she knows what she's doing. I'll take her word.
Not her first rodeo.
No.
So off the face-off, we got that first line in there. Pink and Kinert working hard into the zone. Linder trailing in behind them in support. The D-men come. We have, who's 26?
Giles.
That's Giles. I should know that by now. I need names.
Yeah. That's his
Last year we didn't
number.
have names, so I knew them all, so it wasn't hard when I got to this game. Jones with a nice feed to Pink in the cross ice. Last year we saw tons of that where Pink and Jones were together out there. Jones in that permanent defensive spot. Really good job entering the zone, keeping it aggressive.
No, come
Doesn't
on.
quite get it out there. Little late pass. Blues
jinxed
pick
them,
that one
Giles.
off. Yeah. Net comes off. We're going to have a whistle, and we're going to face off in the Ames zone. 2:26 left to go in this first period. I feel like it's evening out a little bit. I felt like we had a little better pressure out of the chute, but Quad Cities is picking it up here. So see if we can pick a step up here. A couple minutes left. I think where our shots are going, we could still see a goal come out of this first period. That second line in there, Scheifele takes the face-off. Wilson steps forward, can't get control. Now it comes out the other side. Baker clearing pass just behind Scheifele. Quad Cities picks it up in neutral ice. They push it in the zone, but Van Devender's there. He gets it out of the zone. Knocked out by Baker. Baker has Scheifele in support. He moves left. He pauses at the dot, looking for a feed pass to Scheifele. Quad Cities with a stick check. Knock that puck down. Wilson has it now up to the point to Cooper Van Devender. He tries to feed that one in. Quad Cities comes with it. Van Devender keeps the pressure. It goes off his skate. A little back and forth.
That boy, Bake, they stick work.
Baker with
go.
Here comes
Wheels.
Breaks loose. Baker with the speed. He comes and picks it up. He works his way in front of the net. Tries to cut inside. Quad Cities did a good job filling that lane. Baker wasn't able to make that move, but you saw that speed. The puck broke loose, and he took and turned the afterburners on and went after that puck, picked it up. We see that hustle all night. We're going to see good things happen. Baker with it again, clearing pass. Not able to quite connect with Scheifele, but Scheifele comes away with it. In pursuit, Giles knocks it down, can't get it. He gets it, goes cross ice to Jones. Jones behind the net, trying to find Giles. Quad City's doing a good job filling those lanes and not letting clean passes come out. So Ames is going to have to be a little crisper, up and out of play. So we're going to pause the clock and face off in the. I think that's going to come out because that went off of Quad City stick. So we're going to face off in neutral ice. Linder, Pink, Kinert on this line. Linder pushes this one forward. Quad Cities lobs this one in, little wide right of the goal. Jones behind the net, looking for Kinert. Kinert picks it up. He chips it out of the zone in neutral ice. Quad Cities has it. They're forced to retreat. Pink can't get it. Linder moves in. Puck's loose in front of the net. Quad Cities pushes it out wide. Kinert finds it again. Quad Cities comes off of that one. Good movement, good zone entry, good. I like what we're seeing. I like the aggression. So we'll see how this comes in the corner.
In 30 seconds after this period's over, Tom Scroggins is going to interview Quinn's parents. And it looks like they have some Children's Miracle Network volunteers here as well. So stay tuned for that, folks.
Definitely. We'll pause for just a minute while we kind of set up for the interview. It's going to be an icing call. We're going to go back to Quad City zone. 13 seconds left to go.
So far, back and forth, exactly what I expected.
Back and forth. We're about even on goal, shots on goal.
These teams are even.
We're very even right now. We'll see how this fitness pays off. Shifley, Wilson, and Baker on forwards. On defense, Hargrove and
nice
Van
stick work.
Dievender.
1-6.
So there's the end of our period. We're going to pause for just a second and get our audio set up, and we'll be back with you in just about 30 seconds for an interview here.
Try to get almost that drop. I'm doing it actually. Maybe I can.
Buddy.
Hey, how are you?
Great. I'm going to move over here, so hopefully we'll see what we look like on camera. We have a crowd here tonight. Usually we've had to use a headset for you.
What's that?
Usually we've had to give you a headset. So you can put that on and then you can hear me in there, but that's where all the audio is going to come out of. All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. Well, welcome everybody. We are joined. I'm going to step over here because we have quite a crowd. We're joined by Eddie and Terry Boylston. So glad to have you back. Always love to have this every year. You've brought a cast of characters with you that we'll talk to in just a minute. So
Yeah, so we have representatives from the Iowa State University Dance Marathon Committee as well as the Ames High Dance Marathon Committee.
awesome. So Dance Marathon, big beneficiary. So quick introduction from these ladies. Let's hear from you. So thank you very much for joining us. So excited. I'm going to start with the two of you because Eddie and Terry, last year was awesome. Hopefully you're here now.
Iowa State Dance Marathon, as well as some stuff for University of Iowa Dance Marathon, which has been good for our club and helped us bring people together. And it's also been special because, especially last year with it being what would have been Quinn's senior year, I think it really put it into perspective for kids at our school more and showed them like this is a real life kid who would have been going to our school. And so that made it more meaningful and important that we gave back last year and then continue to build on that for this year.
Awesome, thank you. So one thing that's important and what's been great for us is that this is also a fundraiser, and so what people will see in our audience is we'll have a QR code, a Venmo, and so they can use this as a channel for us to participate, kind of hear from you, but also a nice way online that they can donate and continue that partnership. So in our last minute, anything else anybody like to add?
Sure. You want to say a
Well,
few words?
I just want to thank Ames Hockey. They were there first when Quinn was sick, and afterwards, and it's great to see this game continue to be supported by the high school hockey team. It really means a lot to us.
Yeah.
One of the things that we discovered through the Quinn's quest, through the journey with Quinn and his treatment, and it was that you discover that how large your family really is. That it goes beyond the five of us at home. It's we've got our Ames hockey family, our dance marathon family, the Iowa State Dance Marathon, Ames High Dance Marathon. Ames High was there with us and supported us through Quinn's journey, and that just meant the world for us, and we can't thank everyone enough for that. So both Ames hockey as well as the Iowa State and the Ames High families are just they mean a great deal to us.
Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate the partnership. We hope to see this for many years to come, and we'll pause there and let this wrap up, and thank you for joining us. Muted. Oh, boy. That was the fastest 17 minutes between periods that I have ever had.
No goal.
Nets
No
off.
goal.
Nets
That was
off. Quad City's in front of that, but that was dangerous. Those are the things when Quad City's entered in there. They had the pressure. They put the puck in the net. Luckily, the net was off, and it was waved off. But that kind of says we have to have the wherewithal. We have to have the awareness of where that puck is and being in front of the net, and not let them stay in front of the net.
So real quick, Jada Kiner and Aunt Tammy watching from Owatonna, Minnesota. They must be at a hockey tournament. Thanks for watching this special night.
So Quad City sends one up to the point. Kiner gets awkwardly spun up against the boards over there, but he spins out of that one. Ames gets it out of the zone in neutral ice. Ames still trying to get that control that they started with in the game. Jones over against the boards.
We've
there.
got a penalty.
I think that's going to be against Jones. The roughing call. He had that collision over there. Yeah, it looks like it's Jones going in the box. So as they were coming out of the zone, I don't know if we can see that collision over on that side of the ice. I might have waited too long.
That's his first penalty of the varsity season. He was just talking this week about trying to go all season without a penalty. Coach Dave is asking for explanation.
So he went over there. He had a collision over there. I couldn't catch it on the replay. I didn't get it soon enough. But, he was over and he's going towards the side. He ran into the player. I think the puck was gone and why they made that call. They haven't been calling that as tight this year, so I was surprised to see that come out as a penalty. Regardless, we are back in penalty kill mode. Oliver Giles joined by Jaden Keinert on defense. And they ice that puck. They send it to the far end. On forwards, we have Graf Linder and Wyatt Pink. Quad City's enters the zone. They switch ice. Back to the point.
Containment, good box here. Against Mesa City, we're just chasing the puck all around and got out of position way too much. That was a big point of emphasis this week by Coach Dave.
So misfire by Quad Cities. It goes out of the zone, far in. Linder checks out for Wilson. Quad Cities comes with their breakout. Ferrari comes in left side. Wilson just grinding that stick in there, not making it easy on him. Shifley and Wilson for forwards. Keinert and Giles on defense.
Nice.
Shifley knocks that one away. Wilson goes, picks this one up off the boards. He comes in right side. He's got support from Shifley. Loses his skates and he chips that one forward. No call. Quad Cities picks it up deep in their zone. Here they come skating through neutral ice. They pass it forward. Hargrove down in the corner looking to get. He angles the Quad Cities player off the puck. He chips it out of the zone. That's going to go far in. Reset for Ames. We now have Hargrove and Van Devender on defense. On forwards, we have Shifley and Wilson.
Your wife's mom? Yeah.
Quad Cities gets the pressure. They come down deep, unable to get clean control. Van Devender against the boards. Can't get control of the puck. Quad Cities pushes it out. Pressure from Hargrove. They go back behind the net. They switch, come out right side. They try to pass it up. They lose control. Back through center ice. There's another misfire on their power play. Good pressure from Ames, keeping them out. Giles and Kiner
PK,
back in.
boys. Nice PK.
Giles and Pink on there as they wind out. Jones goes
We need
to the
fifth player,
bench.
boys. Come on!
We're down 4 men on the ice, and the power play is over. Here comes Jones now. He went to the bench first.
He was supposed to go out of the box.
Yep.
I saw Dave tell him that before he left.
Yep, so they came out. Giles gets it, works his way deep in the zone. Quad Cities collapses on it. Quad Cities comes in through neutral ice. You see that sticky ice? I thought Huck had it covered, nets off, and they're going to pause. We see that ice. That's something, I don't know what's going on with the chillers, because I don't remember it being this bad in past years. But you see a lot of wet in that ice, and you saw it happen to Quad Cities there. It always happens behind our net on the far end, on our home net.
I have inquired about that, and
it's like the scoreboard. I never saw it. It didn't happen.
It's the derecho is what I was told. Those straight line winds somehow impacted the ground underneath the ice, Scroggins.
Yeah.
And I'm
Okay.
serious. That was the explanation.
Okay. Can you fix it?
Yes.
So second line checks in.
I'm not a construction
Wilson,
worker, but I don't
Baker.
think that is a valid explanation.
Baker comes in right side, sends one hard off the goalie. Like to see those a little lower. It still bounced off, and there's a chance for a replay. But when you put it up in the air and you get that rebound, that's hard to get control of. Those low, hard shots, those are the ones that bounce, and they end up on the ice.
But we're coming a lot more physical this period, aren't we? I don't know if that's coincidence or Coach Dave said something at the intermission, but we're playing the body. I love it.
Yeah, from bantams on, we've said, you've got to play to the player. You got to skate all the way in. You can't swoop past players, and we're seeing that now. They're squaring up. They're making the checks. They're going after the puck, where I think too often they back off. Hargrove down behind the net. Oh, he gets checked hard into the boards. That's going to be a boarding call.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 10 and a 2. Oh, he called a roughing call. I can't believe that one.
That was textbook boarding.
He just showed the roughing. We'll see. We'll verify what he puts in front of the boards. But he's just calling a roughing call, so that's just going to be a 2-minute penalty.
Yep.
Normally when you see one like that where it happens up against the boards, that'll be a boarding call. That's a 10 and a 2, and that takes somebody out of the game for a solid 12 minutes.
He wasn't playing the puck. He was going after the body the whole time.
So power play for Ames. And we're starting with that first line. Linder back to Pink. Pink works his way back. He's looking for an open man. He reverses, switches places with his D-man. Works his way down the slot. Almost lost control. Giles at the point. Now Keinert works his way in there. Puck's down low. Keinert goes in the corner. He reverses. He comes out with it. Sweet move down in the corner. He had that. The Quad Cities player was coming in for a hit. Oh, he did a little move for Jones there. They're keeping the control. This is great control of the puck. They're just not getting a shot off here. Oh, there was great movement. Giles is down in that corner. Couple passes, went over to Giles. Giles fired a quick one-timer.
Got a man on you. No, their line change. You got ice. Wheels, wheels, wheels. You got ice.
Now
You got
done.
ice. No, not a lazy pass.
So they get it out of the zone. Pink gets it. He pulls it back. Jones retreats. He picks up the puck. Goes down deep. He reverses. Feeds that one in. Baker's there waiting for it. Tried a little backhander. That's not going to work too much. He had a defensive man right on him, so he tried to do that quick backhander, but Quad Cities was right in front of him, so he couldn't go anywhere. Wilson sends it back down to Scheifele. Scheifele at the point.
Got 30 left.
Quad
Come on,
Cities
boys.
just kind of hanging back on that one, not putting the pressure. Wilson tried to go for it. He was looking for a tripping call. 24 seconds left. We'll have another good run at this one.
Skate. Be aggressive.
So
Come
Scheifele
on.
waiting. He
Put
comes out
pressure
left
on.
side. He feeds up. He has Wilson waiting. Wilson clearing pass. Looking to get it back to Scheifele. Quad Cities picks it up. Wilson checks him off.
That's Van Dievener, 2-3.
Did I
Yeah.
say the wrong one?
Yeah, you said Scheifele. I get him confused. There.
That was not. I was confused. It's hard to see those numbers on.
Yeah.
So Ames power play is over. Wilson gets checked into the bench a little bit. Scheifele went in there, worked his way, walked in on the goal. For a second, I thought I saw that net move, but the goalie gloved that one. We're going to freeze play. Second line checks, or that first line checks back in. Linder, Keinert, Pink, Hargrove, Jones. Is that hard? No, that's these numbers are so hard to see on these jerseys. That's Giles and Jones on defense.
So the penalties are pretty even. I was just looking. We have 3 for the game. They have 2. I didn't realize they had 2. But according to the official stats.
Yeah, so they had one in the first period, early in the first period. That was that one we said, you got to
that's
wear
right.
him down a little bit.
That's right. I forgot about that one. Yep.
So Linder makes his move, works across. He takes a hard wrister, ricochets off of the goalie's glove and out of play. Referee calling for a new puck, I think.
Shot from goal,
like someone out there.
12-8.
update, not quite lining up with what our super official stat man up here has. So third line checks in. Flory taking this face off, joined by Collett and Hare. They face off in the zone. Flory pushes it forward. Hare closes in on that puck. Quad City's trying to chip that one out. Shifley at the line. Kiefer Shifley, I should say. They knock that one down. Puck goes out. Quad City's working it, trying to get in front of the goal. Ames doing a good job pushing it out. Hare closes in on the point, not letting them go anywhere. Puck grabs that one and freezes the puck.
They have more shots than us, but I think we have more quality shots, which we always talk about.
I think we're having good quality shot.
Yeah.
I think we have better control in the zone. So if we can keep that up. Yeah, a lot of them, they've been just kind of slapping at them. A couple of rebounders, like quick shots on goal. So usually that shot battle, if we can get there, that's always an advantage for us. Hegerston grabs this puck. Just kind of a wounded duck floating in towards the goal there.
So Patty Van is watching. Thanks for watching. You've watched quite a bit of our games.
So that third line's going to check
it.
out. In comes the second line. Got Wilson, Baker, Shifley, Hargrove, and Van Devender. Shifley takes that face-off. Baker picks it up off the face-off. He works in neutral ice, feeds over to Wilson. Wilson comes in right side, pulls up at the point. Little poke check by Quad Cities. Puck comes out of the zone. Hargrove picks it up. He sends it back in the zone. Quad Cities gets it past the hard-charging Shifley. They just send it into neutral ice, and Wilson is there waiting for it. He gets across the red line, and he's going to send that one deep. Baker on the far side is going for the puck.
No.
And there's going to be...
The puck was on his stick when he hit the Quad Cities player.
So we'll see what we get for a call here. Hopefully, we don't get a checking from behind call. He had it, and I'm guessing if he's going to call something there, it might be a checking from behind.
What's he going to call?
He's just going to call a roughing call there. So that one is interesting, and the only thing I can think is that, maybe because it was a little bit from behind, he might have called that one.
But am I
Could have
blind?
been worse.
Wasn't the puck on Aiden's stick?
The puck was on the other player. It was close.
Well, I mean, both the sticks were right there. I'm saying the puck was
yeah.
right. Oh, anyway.
So fourth penalty for Ames. This gets dangerous. The deeper we get into those penalty kills for us, that's a big advantage for them. So Conrad works his way into the slot. He puts one down low. Pink pushes this one out, gets it out of the zone. Quad Cities pushes it back in, forces them to retreat. Pink has it on his stick, and he's just going to ice us and send it to the far end. Jones hard charging down there, not letting them have anything easy. They reverse. They go down to their right side. They send it up into neutral ice. They tip it. It's past the red line. That's going to be an icing call back into the Quad City zone.
So we haven't talked, or I haven't addressed this. So they're number 27, Conrad, who just had the puck at the scoring opportunity. He's their best forward. He's their best player by far. That made me nervous when I saw the puck on his stick.
Yeah.
And then Nienhaus, the defenseman, is their best D by far. Big physical player. So they're both on power play right now. Beckwith, the number 13, he can score as well. So
I remember when we first saw his name, we had a Beckwith on the ice at the same time. He graduated last year, right?
Correct.
No relation that we know of. Speak of the devil, Beckwith enters the zone. Circles around the net.
Nice stick work. Attaboy.
Shifley doesn't let them do anything with it. Gets it on his stick. He sends it to the far end. We're going to get a couple fresh bodies on the ice. In comes Wyatt Pink. Quad Cities coming with it. Beckwith comes in on the left. Pink angles him into the boards, tying up that puck. Three Quad Cities players over there trying to get control, and Pink gets it out. He comes in the breakaway.
You got 1-5 with you.
Right
got
side,
1-5 with you.
Pulls it back. He had Wilson with him. Couple good moves by Pink. Gets it through there and finds Wilson waiting for it, but not able to connect. Puck goes in the far end, and that's going to be an offside call, so they forced to retreat, not able to go after the puck. Shifley, I got the right guy here.
No.
That was Van Devender.
Yep.
These numbers on these shirts crumple up a lot more than the other ones, so I need something more to go off of. So Ames back at full strength. Giles up against the boards trying to get a hold of it. Quad Cities comes out with it. They try to enter the zone, but Jones uses his skates and fills that lane. Behind the net, he reverses, finds Keinert waiting for it. He chips it forward. Oh, he almost made it through, and Quad Cities just put enough stick on it to take it off of Keinert's stick. They put it down on goal. Goalie knocks that one down, feeds it back to their D-man. From third line checks in. We got Flory. Got Flory in there. Normally a center, and Linder's still in there, so maybe he checked in a little early. So Quad Cities. So another icing call for Quad Cities, and we're seeing that over and over again tonight. We're getting it pinned down there. They've had a lot of icing calls that, we're keeping the pressure, forcing them to make that decision where rather than making a good clearing pass and a move out of the zone, they're just icing that puck and sending it to the far end, giving us a chance to get fresh legs and a face-off in their zone. The second line's in now. Shifley taking the face-off, joined by Baker and Wilson on wings. On defense, we have Cooper Van Devender and Charles Hargrove. Puck's loose in the zone. Quad Cities chips that one out. Van Devender retreats looking for that one. Icing is called, so we're going to go back in the Quad City zone for a face-off.
What's the worst play in hockey, Scroggins?
Icing.
All it is it's just a turnover, right?
It is, all the way back in their zone and a chance for us to reset and keep the pressure down in their zone. So absolutely. And so hopefully we'll keep this up because I think it's absolutely in our favor the more this happens. So puck comes out. Wilson gets it on his stick. He's looking cross ice. Tried to get a little too much white in between him and where he's going. He's trying to find that D-man in the opposite point, but that's a lot of ice for that puck to move without someone getting in the way. We got another penalty going.
That's on Wilson.
Looks like Wilson going
Another roughing, I believe.
I was looking up the ice, so I didn't see it happen.
So these refs all weekend, we have new refs. None of these refs have
see if we can see it down
refed
here.
our games. I don't know anything about these refs.
So, I don't know, looking at that replay, I didn't see it. I mean, it looked like just a legit hip check up against the board. So the only thing I can say is sometimes if the referees are trying to get a hold of a game, not letting things get out of control, sometimes they'll start calling things.
Well, they call it both ways. Right now we have
got to call it
5
both ways.
penalties. They have 2.
Yeah. So when that goes in our way, or when that goes their way as much as it is, that's hard for us to defend. When we spend that much time playing shorthanded, it's a big advantage for them. And yes, we're doing okay so far, but it's not going to last forever. Quad City sends that one on goal. Hegerson grabs it with his glove.
So yeah, I was saying we usually have the same refs, either Nick Meyer or Tim Terrell, right?
Yeah.
From Des Moines, but all 3 of these refs are brand new to me. One is a student at Iowa State. That's all I know about him. So we just got to figure out.
So the word on the street is he turned his back and he left his feet, and that's why it was.
Wilson left his feet?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll call that every time then.
Little hard to see from where we were.
They will call that every time. That and the high elbow, right?
Yep. You got to keep your hands down.
Yep.
You lift your hands. You get those elbows up, and they're not going to let you get away with that.
Yep.
Quad City's quick pass, looking past this one up the zone. Shifley chips this one out of the zone. He's going to send it far in. Quad Cities collects as Ames gets some fresh faces at the line. Van Devender trying to get it deep in their zone, but just mishandled a little bit. Back and forth to neutral ice. Shifley gets it on his stick. He backhands that one deep in the zone. We got 3 new bodies coming in. Keinert, Jones, Giles all check in. Our 4th man come. Pink is on the ice now. They ice this one, send it far end. So even on power plays, it's kind of hit or miss. We hate to just give the puck away, but I think in some of these power plays or penalty kill situations, just to buy the time, and so we're not stuck, that
Talk, boys.
Icing that puck and sending it far in.
Attaboy, Hawk.
There was a dangerous play. That puck went behind the net. Quad Cities just centered it. There's a man waiting in the low slot. Hagerson heads up right in front of the net, just didn't let that one sit there.
Ooh.
There's an offside. Yeah, Pink was going in the zone, and it just kind of got off his stick, and Keinert got in front of him. So backhanded, sent it in the zone, forced him to reset. Couldn't go into the zone as hard as they wanted. Quad Cities enters, gets checked off the puck by Wilson. As we come back full strength, that second line in now, Shifley, Wilson, and Baker there on forwards. Shifley comes out left side, looks for a clearing pass to Jones. A little high, unable to get control at the line. Jones not able to get it. Baker has it on his stick. Quad Cities angles him off. Quad Cities enters in the left side. They pull up at the hash marks. They chip it out. Van Deventer looking for a clearing pass to Hargrove. Quad Cities comes away with it in neutral ice. They send it deep as they get fresh legs off the bench, trying to find a clearing pass to Baker. Icing is going to be waved off. That went off sticks from the Quad Cities. It's deep as Baker puts pressure. Wilson trying to hold it in the zone. Had it in his glove, but Quad Cities pushes it out in the neutral ice. You look at that one, there's 3 Quad Cities players all around the puck in their defensive zone at the blue line. Ames is just shutting that down. That's an offside call on Quad Cities. That's the kind of stuff that burns us all the time. So glad it doesn't always happen to us, or we're not the only ones that happens to. So offside there, we're going to face off in neutral ice. Our first line checks in. Linder taking the face-off, joined by Pink and Keinert. On defense, Giles and Jones. Puck bounces around. Jones pulls it back. Backhands that one up, looking for Pink. Giles feeds to Pink. A little back and forth at the red line. Ferrari trying to push it in for Quad Cities. Goes in deep, but Jones comes away with it, looking for Keinert up there. No icing. Icing is waved off. Jones in hot pursuit. He has a waiting Pink for it.
Oh, boy!
So, is there a whistle?
I never heard a whistle.
So, if you didn't see that, I'm gonna put this replay up there because that was awesome. Watch this one, Rod, as they go in. Jones chipped that one out. He chased down his own chip out of the zone. He goes down in the corner. Watch for Pink. Pink's in the back of the net. It's exactly what you want. He had the pass to Pink, and he was exactly where he wanted. We wanted to get the goalie moving, but that goalie, to his credit, he moved and got in front of Pink and didn't let him get that shot in. But that was the kind of stuff that we need to keep doing. Have a man down there, make him respect the pass, and good things will happen. Whew.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, Riley Stewart, their goalie, is a really good goalie. Great lateral quickness. He showed it right there. Any other goalie, that's probably a goal by Pink.
And we've seen that Jones and Pink combination for the last couple of years here.
Yeah, they like that corner to the slot pass.
Puck's bouncing loose. We wind down our last 30 seconds of this period. Keinert chips up. Oh, Pink was waiting for it. Just kind of bounced past his stick. He gets it down in the corner. He had he had Linder and Jones coming onto the net, but couldn't find him. Keinert bounces one off the goalie, down in the corner. Quad Cities reverses ice up to the corner. Giles pulls it out. He sends it back down deep. We're down to our last 10 seconds. Pink tries to feed it up to Linder. Quad Cities feeding up out of the zone. Jones closes that one down. 3 seconds to go. We got to take a shot if we're going to do it. Oh, he feeds it in there and unable to connect inside the net. I feel like our momentum picked up. We closed it, with good pressure. So if we can keep feeding off of that and keep that pressure going on the net, we'll see what happened in the third period. 2 even periods. We got 16 to 15 shots on goal on our scoreboard here. So this is about as dead even as you get. So something's got to break loose. We'll see you in about 15 minutes for that third period.
What we have for shot on goal? They got 14-16. We got 16-15. So they missed one by
Welcome, hockey fans, to the 11th annual Quinn's Quest benefit. Tonight, the Ames Cyclones hockey team play in support of programs that help children affected by childhood cancer and other life-threatening diseases. This year's game against the Des Moines Oak Leafs is played in memory of Quinn Boylston and in honor of AMHA Miracle Kids Drew Smith, 2016 alumni, Timothy Weber, 2019 alumni, Matthew Hare, current high school player, and Joey Hare, current high school player. Quinn is the 7-year-old brother of Little Cyclones, Orion, a 2013 alumni, and Peyton, 2015 alumni. Following his first mite season in March 2011, Quinn was diagnosed with an inoperable brain tumor. His battle against cancer was deemed Quinn's Quest and was supported by countless teammates, friends, and family members. Following a courageous 5-month battle, Quinn died in September 2011. The AMHA Miracle Kids and their families have all received treatments at the University of Iowa Children's Hospital and other Children's Miracle Network hospitals. The 2011-2012 season was played in memory of Quinn, and the Little Cyclones home opener was the site of the first annual Quinn's Quest game. At that game, Quinn's number 20 jersey was retired and hangs from the rafters of the arena. Quinn's jersey continues to be on the bench for the high school team. The colors in the design of the Quinn's Quest jersey represent brain cancer with the gray and childhood cancer with the gold. Quinn would have been a senior on the high school team this season. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight, we can make a difference in the lives of children affected by childhood cancer and other life-threatening illnesses. In the past 10 years, your generous donations have raised over $20,000. Funds from this year's benefit will be contributed to Iowa State University Dance Marathon and Ames High School Dance Marathon. These charities provide financial and emotional support for children with life-threatening illnesses receiving treatment at the University of Iowa Stead Families Children's Hospital and their families. If you are joining the game via live stream, you can donate to Quinn's Quest through the Venmo link on the right side of the screen using @AmesHockey, and please designate Quinn's Quest. We hope that you will join the cause and never forget the battle that Quinn and the AMHA Miracle Kids and others like them have fought and continue to fight. We thank you for your support. Beat cancer!
Well, Mr. Jones, we're going into the third period. We're just getting the brain trust here together. Obviously, the scoreboard doesn't have anything to show for it, but we're seeing some good things happen in this game. Going to this third period, he's letting that second line take the starting role. What do you think it's going to take?
The puck going in the net. That's my prediction.
That is very insightful.
That's what I'm here for.
Icing waved off. Quad Cities. So I asked a official Zamboni driver about the wetness on the ice.
Okay, what was their response?
So what I learned is that there is a bed of sand under the ice, and that is supposed to be leveled every year.
Yep.
And ours has never been leveled. And so, especially on this end where we see it really wet behind our home goal here, that he said that ice is like 7 inches thick down there, and that's why it doesn't freeze, and that's why it, because that's so thick, it's not freezing, and we see the ice or the puck getting stuck in that water. I don't know why it progressively gets worse during our games, but it's always that second scrape.
Mm-hmm.
It's always the worst. So I don't know if the chillers just get tired. I don't know what else to say about it. So puck still going in there. Keinert sent one on goal. Up at the point, Pink sends it cross ice to Giles. Giles works down low, sends one on goal. Puck bounces out in front. Seeing that puck, you see that just sticking in some weird spots down there. Quad Cities enters, they come in right side, they put it on goal. Huck is able to grab a hold of that one, ices that puck. We're gonna face off down in the Ames zone as the second line checks in. Shifley's gonna take this face off, joined by Wilson and Baker, and Van Devender and Hargrove on defense. Puck drops, puck sits loose at the dot, comes out wide to the left. Quad Cities sends one off of Huck's pads in the corner. Baker comes out with it, looking for a clearing pass to Hargrove. Cross ice, they find Wilson waiting over there. He comes in, drop pass to Will. So Wilson was over there. He did a little drop pass to Hargrove. He was coming around behind him. He put a shot on goal.
Yeah, right.
So face off into the Quad Cities zone. Push it deep. Quad Cities coming out to their right side. Icing was waved off.
You realize you got two behind you.
I'm not sure why our close guy waved that off. The other guy was calling it. It went under a Quad City stick, not an Ames stick.
Nice stick work by Coop there. Knocked that down in front of the net.
At the red line. And there's going to be two guys off. Coincidentals for Hargrove and Beckwith.
They're both gone.
Yeah, that was a good call. There's little chippy action stuff.
I didn't see it. Okay. Our high school boys don't like that, but they couldn't tell a hockey puck from a hockey puck.
Call that a little frustration from Hargrove. Who are they going to bring in for him? So we're just going to bring in that first line now.
Giles and Jones are back in, and Linder, Keinert, and Pink.
All right, even strength, coincidental penalties.
But now we have 6 penalties, which is way too many. They have 3, we have 6.
So we talk about those keys to the game. One of them we always said, and at this level it gets harder, but we don't want to have more than 3 penalties in a game. When you get up into those 6, we've had games where it's double digits. Linder breaks away. Again, Linder gets control, moves down. He had Keinert up in the low slot. He had Pink on the far side. He took the shot. It was low. It was hard. It was on goal. The goalie just grabbed that one. No rebounds, no opportunities there. You can see the frustration from Linder. He knew that was a great opportunity. We had the numbers. We had the position.
Well, their goalie is a heck of a goalie. We've been talking about all game. He's been making some great saves.
Pink's going to take this face off. He pulls it back. Giles to Jones. Jones low on goal, breaks one loose. Kiner was there, but Quad City steps in front of that one. They come away with the puck. Jones trying to feed down low, not able to find Pink. Quad Cities enters the zone. Linder picks this one off, goes behind the net, sends it around the boards. Ames trying to get the pressure. They're moving in the right direction. Quad Cities tries to feed that one in. Pink picks it up. He's got support from Kiner. Puck goes in the zone. Kiner gets it. He's got Jones up top. Oh, Jones tried to get a hold of that one. Quad Cities get it. We got back-checking defense.
I did not like our back check there. We had 3 guys that just decided they were going to coast from the red line on. Leave your D.
So Shifley was back there covering. We got that second line checking in. Looks like number 12 is going to be a Josh Stansfield.
Yep, correct.
Filling in for Hargrove. Back in the Banner days, Stansfield and Hargrove were defensive buddies. Ames keeping that puck low. Shifley reverses. Wilson over there looking for it. Shifley gets a hold of it. He reverses, goes back. Quad City picks it up. They come out of the zone. Shifley checks him off the puck in neutral ice. Wilson gets it. He just sends that one in deep. Wilson's going to lob that one up. That was in front of the red line, so that should come out to, they're going to take that one to center ice. That was definitely not what we want. It wasn't an icing, but he just turned and spun and just lobbed that one up in the air and out of play.
So we got the third line out there with Jones and Giles, so it's DeMarque, Flory, and Colette.
Yeah. They've been... Was Garnis been with this line?
I have not seen Garnis out there at all.
Is Garnis dressed for this game? I don't know if I saw him.
I don't know.
I don't think I've seen a number 2.
He's not. There's no bubble on the bench, so no, he's not.
Ooh. That one sounded like it's smart. So Quad Cities went in. Not a great shot, but he lost an edge and just went back first into those boards until that one is getting up a little bit slow. I think he's fine, but watch this replay as they come out here. Sent that one in, lost an edge, just went back first into those boards. First line checks in, Linder taking the face off. Quad Cities pulls that one back. Quad Cities in front of the red line, they push it deep in the zone. Jones off the boards, around the corner, looking for Kiner. Jones reverses. He comes up, he's using the wheels. He's got Pink, drop pass to Pink. Pink backhander in front of the goal, looking for Linder. Is that Giles? Giles works his way up into the slot. Quad Cities closes down, fills the lane, doesn't let him go anywhere with it. Linder at the corner, sends it back down deep. Pink keeping the pressure on. Kiner pushes the puck down deep. Puck comes out, but Linder unable to get it on his stick. Quad Cities comes away with it. They enter the zone. They from the point send it down deep. Huck knocks it down, forces him to cover without support. Second line comes in. That's Shifley, Baker, Wilson, Hargrove back in the game with Van Devender with him. Yeah, there he is. Wilson gets this one neutralized. He works his way left. He has support. Puts it low on goal. The goalie scoops that one up. Freezes the puck. There'll be a drop off in their zone. Shifley for the face off again.
Seems like they have a lot more shots on goal this period than we do. Is that correct, Scroggins?
We're still pretty even.
Is it okay?
We're a little ahead on goal still. We're about even. We're within a shot on goal coming out of the second period.
Seems like they're in our zone.
22-19 right now.
Maybe they're just in our zone a lot more.
That puck dribbles out. Baker feeds up to Wilson. Wilson works his way in. Quad Cities pulls it in off of their stick. They go D to D. They push it forward. Wilson with a good check. You saw him looking around.
It was right in front of all of his buddies, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've got a penalty. Okay, Quad Cities has a penalty coming up.
There we go. So he's going to call, is it Beckwith again?
Another roughing. Like I said, I don't know these referees tonight or the whole weekend. This referee, all he knows is roughing. Yes.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It could be a chip, roughing.
Yep. Checking from behind, roughing, boarding, roughing.
Keep it simple, I guess.
All right, here it is. This is make or break right now. We are 7 minutes into this third period. Power play in their zone. This is kind of, we got to capitalize on this one. We're sitting at almost 20 shots on goal. At this point in the game, we should have seen one team or the other should have been scoring on this. So Quad Cities chips it out. Jones picks it up and neutral ice, so we don't have to go all the way down. Keinert feeds it into the zone. Linder's back there. He feeds to Keinert. Keinert, he turns inside.
Yes! Boom, boom, boom! Boom! You called it, Giles. Make or break, you said.
Make or break. Let's watch this replay. This was nice. We see Linder and Jones work it in that corner, and where you thought you might see Keinert put it up to the defensive man, he comes out of the corner and he turns and he works it towards the goal. He's got the overload. He's got 3 men down there. Forces the goalie to respect those, and Keinert just sticks it in the back of the net. So that's where we need it right there. You know, the shots on goal, the timing of the game, that was ripe for it. We were in the zone. We had the pressure on the personnel.
Now we have to step it up. We've got to step up our pressure. Be aggressive.
Yeah. So there's another one.
Cannot let down.
So Quad Cities chips it out. Not a great pass by Hargrove.
Now we've got to play off our crowd, play off the high school students, and put the pedal to the metal. Let's go, boys.
So yeah, there's momentum, and 10 minutes. There's plenty of hockey to play here. There's a check from behind. Hargrove right in front of us. So Scheifele putting the pressure down there. Scheifele gets it on his stick, spins in the corner. Quad Cities 2v1, unable to get it. They chip it out. Quad Cities comes in. They've got 2.
Oh, Jones.
Good back check by Baker. Good back check by Baker to help there. They had us coming in. They were coming in 2v1 against us. Jones now carries it into zone. Goes high.
Low.
What do we say about that, Rod? It's like playing catch.
Yeah, playing catch goalie.
Goalie like that's too good.
Low and on the pads. That way either sneaks through, there's a rebound there for your teammate. Low and on net.
So that first line's going to stay in there. Linder's going to take this face-off, joined by Keinert and Pink on forwards. Jones and Giles on defense. Puck's going to drop in the Quad Cities zone. They push it forward. Quad Cities bounce off the boards. Jones is there waiting in neutral ice. Sends it forward. Pink back to Jones, and they send it forward up into the Quad Cities zone. They drop deep. They go D to D. They wrap it around the boards. There's a rush shot. Good pressure by Ames. They're like scrambling, trying to get it out of the zone. Puck goes up in front of the goalie, forces him to cover. Wow, that was a mishandling by Quad Cities that cost them big, where they should have had a clearing pass. They wrapped it around the boards. Ames had the pressure, and they scrambled, they misfired, they sent it towards the goalie instead of out of the zone, and the goalie was forced to cover. There's going to be a face-off in the zone for us. The third line checks in. Flory with the face-off, joined by Hare and Collett. Puck comes out up atop. Was Scheifele was there waiting for it, but just Quad Cities filled the lane. They weren't able to do anything. Scheifele goes over and covers, puts his stick on it, but it chips up and goes into the Ames bench. That third line's going to stay in there. We're going to face off in neutral ice. Flory taking this face off. Puck drops. Puck comes out to the left side. Quad Cities picks it up. Here comes Peters on the right-hand side. He sends one in. Goes high and out of play. Whew. It's getting exciting, Rod. This is when the fun happens. So that third line, good shift for them again. Not out there especially long time, but getting them some experience on varsity.
They're doing their job. which is take some ice time from the first two lines
Yeah.
and just be neutral, right?
Give him a breather, yeah.
You don't want you
Don't
don't
do
expect
anything
them-
dumb.
No, don't need to score. Just play good hockey. You're right. That's all you can ask. On any team at the good levels, that's what you want out of your third or fourth lines. Just net neutral hockey, right?
Yeah, they were talking. I can't remember which game I was watching this weekend, but might have been the Wild. But they're like, the difference maker, in the really good teams is a fourth line and a solid fourth line, because that lets you go deep. That lets those guys that you're going to give the lion's share, the high skill guys, that gives them an opportunity to get a breather.
Well, and that just bodes well for the future, right? So those third liners will be first and second liners next year. Is they're shooting for, right? So
that is what they're shooting for.
Anyway, come on, boys, pick it up now. Pick it up.
So puck comes out. Shifley gets it. He works his way right.
Oh, pass
Not
the
sure
purpose.
what he was doing. He was.
Got to
I
pass
don't know
the
if he
purpose
meant
there.
to pass or if he just lost it. There's Wilson, who's going to go for a shot in Quad Cities with a good stick lifting check. Didn't let him get a shot. Quad Cities at the blue line, sends it deep. Jones goes back to get it. He goes D to D. Giles is back there. It's under his skates. I don't think he quite knew where it was for a second. Good job kicking that one out. He comes out with it, switches ice, comes out left side, working his way up, chips it off the boards into neutral ice. There's a Wyatt Pink waiting for it. He makes his move. Not able to do his little razzle-dazzle he likes to do down there. But it forced that pressure, and that's going to be an icing call as Quad Cities once again rushes out of the zone. I don't know if they're trying to make a pass or just move it forward, and that one goes deep into Ames territory for an icing call.
Oh, boy. Too many close games already this season, Scroggins. Can't we just have a blowout in our favor?
In our favor. You got to qualify that. Linder takes a face-off, drops to the point. Jones goes D to D, trying to find Giles. That one is a little bit behind him, so it comes out of the zone, forces him to retreat, sends it in deep, and Ames has to scramble to go and do on the forecheck and try and get control of that puck again. Pink down there trying to get control. Quad Cities pushes it out. Jones gets it, but Quad Cities is able to keep the pressure, and they push it back in the zone. They shoot. It's off an Ames skate, and that goes out of play. We're going to face off in the Ames zone. Woo! All right, second line's going to check in. Hargrove, Van Devender, Wilson, Baker, and Shifley. Shifley's going to step up for this face-off. Puck sits there loose. Shifley unable to get it. Quad Cities passes it back.
Go,
They
Bake,
missed that
go,
one.
Bake. Wheels,
This has
buddy,
been
wheels.
Baker's bread
wheels.
and butter. He's been using that. That's been like the third or fourth time I've seen that exact same thing happen. It gets past a Quad Cities player, and Baker with the wheel
Interference!
goes and checks that one down.
This isn't basketball, ref. Come on. Yeah, Baker had a guy face guarding down there at the side of the net. Puck was nowhere around.
There's a clearing pass. Wilson comes at this one. He reverses. He switches. He moves left. He's got support coming in the corner. That's going to be a tripping call. We're going to get another power play in our zone.
So now it's 6-5 on penalties, so it's starting to even out. Like we predicted in the second period, we thought it would.
Yeah. Usually these by the time we get to the end of the game, usually these even out pretty good.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a tripping call on Quad Cities.
What?
We're going to face
It's
off in
not
the
a
zone.
rough?
So remember, like where we were last time, so we're sitting here at 24 shots on goal. What I said early on, when both teams are fresh, those power plays have come out a lot more even. This is where we see our fitness come through. That first line in there.
Okay, now get it and go. One of you two, get it and go. Move the puck. Be aggressive. Put the pressure on. No. Both those D have the speed to put the pressure. I would like to see them skate there.
So
One
here
of
they
them.
come, 3v2. Nice pass. Finds Linder off the goalie, out of play.
That's 1 inch higher up. He's got that corner. He had that top shelf wide open, man. He knew it too.
Yeah. So there's one. You saw them come in, 3v2. Jones moved left. That's good, a classic F1, F2, F3 zone entry. You had him go in there. You had a guy going low and on the back of the net. You had Linder dragging and coming up the slot. And that's what you want. Jones just turned, pass it to Linder, and he's got that deadly shot if you give him a second. And sometimes, just in the throes of the game, in that split second that they have to do, they don't go exactly where they want like they are in practice and they're standing around. So see if we can capitalize on this one. Linder sends it up to Giles.
Good job by Quad Cities. They made the move there.
Yeah.
That was just a good job by QC there. Playing good position hockey there.
So a little back and forth in the neutral zone. Ames unable to keep it in the zone. Comes out again. Pink picks it up now. He moves over to the right side. He works his way down as Ames gets some fresh legs on the ice. Goes behind the goal. He's got support now from... There's
Nice
Giles,
idea.
sends it down
No,
low.
that's a good idea.
He had Baker down there. So just buying some time while we get fresh legs on here. We got 45 seconds left to go in this power play. See if we can regain control and make another run at this one. Quad Cities pushes it down deep. Scheifele comes behind the net. Clearing pass, finds Wilson. Wilson drop pass, gets it to Pink. Pink up to Scheifele. Scheifele works his way wide right of the goal. Probably not quite what we wanted for a quality shot on goal at that point. Quad Cities trying to make that move. Baker, once again, he's just good on his skates. Up against the boards. Baker still battling for it. Sends it up to Hargrove. Oh, put it up there. Wilson tried to redirect. Got some exciting numbers for everybody to say here.
Okay, so power play just ended. Back to full strength. Quinn's parents were just telling us some good news. Scroggins, what they tell you, buddy?
So, this is a benefit night for us. And one of the things that we've always done as our partnership is this is a fundraiser. And you saw that Venmo code pop up there, but there's a free will donation that happens at the door. So our amount for tonight is $1,206.02, which I'm assuming is because Venmo takes a cut of this stuff. But really, appreciate the number of people that we get in the stands, the people that join us online. These are all things that come together and do good things for us. So
it's got 3 minutes
back
left.
to action here.
Third line out there.
DeMarkey, really a solid player. You saw those wheels.
Let's just give our first two lines some fresh legs for the last 2 minutes. That's what we want to do, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah. So DeMarkey, Flory, and Collett out there. I think we'll see those guys put some quality minutes in the JV game.
Out there. Coach Dave is trying to steal a minute. Just get those first two lines nice and fresh for the end of the game. I love this by Coach Dave.
So
he's calling them off now. They did their job.
Yep. Just buy him, give him a breather. In comes that first line. Slowly working in.
Nice stick
Jones,
work. Nice
good job
work.
at the blue line. Keeps that one in, pushes it down deep. Flory keeping the pressure up at the line. Keinert, he sends it up to Jones. Back and forth at the boards. They're working their way on there.
Nice forecheck. Look at Five.
There's Keinert. He comes and pushes it down deep.
Five's
goes
buzzing
behind
around.
the net. Oh, there's a nice pass. There
Boom!
it is.
Boom! Boom!
There it is for Linder. That was what we were looking for. Let's watch this replay.
Boy, he is the most improved player on this team this season by far. Graf Linder, number 21.
So
he is buzzing out there.
So watch as they come in the zone. The pressure that they get, the moving back and forth. So they get back in that corner. They go behind the net. Pink is back there. Keinert's up at the point, and he sends it down low. And Linder is there, and he gets that on goal. You're not going to keep him out forever.
Nope.
So we're catching up those shots on goal. We're at 27 shots on goal. We have 2 goals now to show for it. That's more in line where we'd expect to be. This is where we want to be. 2 minutes left to go in the game. This is going to be hard to overcome, but we can't let our foot off the pedal. So back in action. That first line is out there. Linder takes that face off, pushes it forward. Puck's loose in center ice. Quad Cities pops it up in the air. The big thing now, we need to finish strong.
Yes.
This is one of the times. One of my complaints early in this season was that we have a hard time playing a complete game. And I would say this is one where it's been a close game. We've played a complete game. We really haven't let our foot off. We came out of the breaks. Coming out of the breaks is always tough.
Well, there's the worst play in hockey there. But we need to keep it on, keep the pressure on. Let's get this shutout.
So that worst play in hockey that Rod's talking about Icing.
Icing.
So we sent it down to the far end. They're going to come back in our zone. We're going to face off. We got a minute and a half left to go. That second line checks in. Shifley's going to take this face off. Looks like we got a timeout coming. We'll see now. 2 minutes left to go. Quad Cities might pull their goalie.
I'm sorry. Okay.
So Quad
Stroggins,
Cities-
my doctor's going to hate me. He might tell me I have to stop doing these games like this.
I don't know.
In December, I've got an annual checkup coming up, and he might tell me, shut her down, Jones.
This could be good. Yeah, get your heart rate going a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get back on those
You tell
high
him
blood
at least-
pressure meds I used to be on that I got off. I'm going to have to go back on.
Just tell them 2 days a week. You do 2.5 hours of cardiovascular exercise, raising your
There
heart
you go.
rate.
I like it. This is my workout for the week.
So I said 2 minutes. We got a minute and a half. We're facing off in our zone. I would, I would expect them to maybe start with their goalie in the bench. What do you think?
Yeah, and look for Conrad.
Quinn.
Nienhaus, he can fire it from the D, and who's their third one?
Ferrari's been moving good.
Yeah, Beckwith.
Beckwith,
Yep.
Beckwith is sitting there like he's not coming on the
No.
ice, though.
I bet they try to do a
And
two-man
the
job.
goalie's still standing there, so let's see what they do.
I've watched their games earlier this season, especially against Mason City, both of them.
Yep.
They
So
like
there-
to put Nienhaus and Conrad kind
There
of
he
play.
goes. All right,
Yep.
here it comes.
They like Nienhaus and Conrad combo to try to put the puck on the net.
All right,
Let's see. Come on, boys.
empty net.
Finish strong.
So this is it. Make or break. I shouldn't say make or break. We got 90 seconds. They send one down low. Puck is loose in front of the net. Ames collapses on that one.
Attaboy, Hawk! Attaboy, Hawk! Way to do a little dance, buddy! I think Quad Cities thought they put that in. They started raising their arms. Huck said, no.
Yeah.
That puck's in my glove,
So-
big boys.
See if we can see in the replay, Rod.
That,
See if you all
all
see.
the crowd's laughing. I love
So
Huck's
watch-
little dance moves.
Watch Huck watching the replay here. They come up. The way they were celebrating, he comes off dancing like he's doing the chicken dance.
Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. He dances like a white boy, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Like a
So
Midwestern.
puck's loose. We work down. Hargrove pushes it around the side. We can get this one out of the zone once good.
Nothing cheap, boys. Come on,
Yeah.
Hargrove.
So there is. Is he going to take someone?
I think they just got tangled up, honestly.
Yeah.
They both are trying to get away from each other, I thought.
Yeah.
No, they're
They-
taking Hargrove. No, they didn't. No, I was wrong.
Just a line change.
Yep, okay.
All right, first line out there. We got a minute and 4 seconds left in this game. Pink is going to take this face off. Puck comes out. Keinert with the pressure. Quad Cities tries to do that. 1 minute left to go in this period. Jones in the corner. Can't quite get it out. Quad Cities keeps pushing that one down. There we go.
Go! No, it's not.
Keep
It
the
doesn't have
pressure,
enough
keep the
mustard.
pressure. So puck goes down there. Quad Cities retreats. They pick it up. We have Pink down there with the wheels. Here comes
Nice
Quad
stick
Cities.
work.
Nice poke check.
There
it is.
Bury it!
On goal. That'll be it. 37 seconds left to go.
That's number 2
So-
for Kennard.
So watch this. They kept the pressure. Quad Cities retreats. They come out. Look at that.
Look at the glass
Look
on
at the
there.
glass move.
Referees tell them, calm down.
So they break it loose. Watch it the
Stop.
zone here.
Boys, stop.
Keinert just slops.
Boys, stop it! Stop it! Now!
So Papa Jones had to put the hammer down. The students were rocking the glass a little too hard. We don't have replacement glass. They break it. We're done. Oh, there goes Hare. He gets it off the face-off. We push it down there. 26 seconds up at the point. Stansfield puts it down on goal. The goalie grabs that one. They ice that. 26 seconds left. That empty net, that's what we need to do. You know, that we always say that 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey.
Not
And
tonight.
so they tried to cash in on it. So they pulled their goalie, but if they would have made a goal on that 6-man
Yeah.
power play, overload,
Well-
then that would have been a huge difference.
Well, what's our?
But what did we do? We put it out there. We put it in goal. So we expanded to a 3-goal lead. Now the 3-goal lead is a great lead with
what's
10
our other,
seconds left to go.
What's our other stat? The first team to 3 wins, right?
First team to 3. 80% of the time.
And that's true tonight. And we got some
So-
shutout beers coming our way, folks.
There we
Courtesy
go.
of Hawk Hagerston. Attaboy, Hawk. Way to stay tall. Those beautiful pads you had on tonight.
For two awesome periods. For two awesome periods, this game was dead even.
Yep.
So, they really came in the third period. I told you when we came out that it was time.
Two former teammates, Conrad and Jones there, shaking hands. Quatsi has two boys that played on Team Midwest, Conrad and Nienhaus with Pink and Jones. So we're talking out there.
Yeah. So great night. Couple players got their first varsity time, Joey Hare and Stephen DeMarkey. What I was saying, two great periods, dead even periods. And that third period, a little bit I'd say it's an advantage for the home team. A little bit I think it shows the fitness and the work that we've been doing in the off season. So I think it's one where, we needed to come back after last weekend, kind of bring some stuff together and show that we're able to do some good things here.
Now we have to follow it up tomorrow. We can't lay an egg tomorrow.
Absolutely. And now let's see what happens to the JV team. That third line that was in this game, they'll be coming back, and we'll see how they do. We'll be rotating some guys through here. We've got probably 15, 20 minutes here, and we'll be back for your JV game. Thank you.